Hey friends, it's Shereé, and today I'm going to be sharing with you the second half of my fall winter makes. My first video was so long that I had to split it in half, and I can't wait to share with you the rest of the things that I made. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning person, thank you so much for your continued support. All right, let's get into it. Let's pick up where we left off. Okay, we left off halfway into the rack. Let's finish this, okay? But before we do that, I mentioned in the first half of my video that I definitely want you to share with me if you want to promote a Black-owned business in the comment section below. This is Black History Month, and I want to support as many Black-owned businesses as I can during this month and throughout the year as well. So please do add that in the comment section below. Also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, but you've been to my channel before, please do hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you're notified every time I upload a video. All right, let's get into it. Now I'm on to some more big four patterns. This pattern that I'm about to share with you is Simplicity S9011. This, friends, is the easiest dress ever. It is the easiest dress ever because it only has 3 pieces, or actually 4 pieces because of the neckband. So if you look at these great grown-on sleeves, look at this. So nice, right? Big, bat-like, gorgeous. Okay, look at that. So nice. Look, you have one front piece, so that's one, then 2. The back is 2 pieces, so it's split down the middle. I did my best with pattern matching. As you can see, everything lines up, but it did create a bit of a V, which I'm okay with. And then it has this gorgeous neckband. And because of the way this houndstooth is, it kind of looks like it lines up, even though it absolutely doesn't. It was just such an easy, enjoyable, simple sew. This dress is so classic. I could wear this to church if I went to physical church. I've shared this before, but I do go to online church. I can wear it with tights and boots. I can wear it with heels. I can wear it with tights and sneakers, which is what I do for work. It's so comfortable. It's like secret pajamas, okay? If you want to look chic but also be able to take a nap without getting wrinkled, here you go, okay? And this is a part of that DTY fabric that I bought 4 yards of. The length of it is perfect for keeping your legs warm. I definitely could see myself making this in some more basic colors. I'd love to have a black one. I'd love to even have a hot pink one, okay? Because I love hot pink. But I love it. It's such a great make. Nice for dinner, nice for work, nice for church. You can't go wrong. So this is a good one. It's a very beginner friendly, easy sew. I highly, highly, highly recommend this. You can use any type of knit fabric really for this. It suggests bamboo, jersey, ITY, modal, and rib knit. This is a DTY and it's lovely. I'm obsessed with DTY and double brush poly, okay? All right, so the next thing that I am going to share with you is a GreenStyle Sav sweatshirt. I think it's Sav, S-A-V. This was a test run using scraps from my stash, okay? So the sleeves and the hem bands and neckband is actually what was left over from another project. This is DTY fabric from Fabric Wholesale Direct. It's extremely soft. It's extremely cozy and fun, okay? This is just a cotton fabric that I had in my stash. It's actually, no, I was wrong. It's not a cotton fabric. This is actually the fabric that I received in Thread Crate along with this fabric for the color block sweatshirt. That's what this is. So this is actually a French terry. It's super lightweight, so it doesn't feel necessarily like sweatshirt weight. It definitely feels more like t-shirt weight. But I paired it with this DTY for the sleeves and the bands. It's perfect. It's so comfortable. It's so cute to me. I wear it with jeans, but I could easily put this on with leggings and be chilling in the house. One of my goals that I had mentioned in a previous video is that I wanted to make more lounge sets. And friends, this, you can't get more comfortable than this right here. I'm actually considering buying more of this to make leggings so I can have a matching set for lounging in the house. I love it. Again, this was a fabric that I purchased 4 yards of and used every inch of that fabric, okay? But it's a very easy pattern. This is what it looks like. These are the line drawings. And it's super easy. Very, very relaxing sew. Has the drop shoulder sleeves again. This is my first pattern that I purchased from GreenStyle, and I love it. It was a good one. So the next thing that I made is actually my birthday dress. This is what I wore on my birthday. My birthday is November the 10th. I love this dress so much. This is actually a seamwork Knox dress. This is a lightweight denim that I purchased from Joann's. And this pattern is so easy, so fun. I wear this so much. I love it. So. How many times can you say so? Anyway, the pockets are super deep and they're very unique right there on the sides. And it doesn't require a lot of fabric. The one thing though is that I want to say that it suggested to use twill tape for the neckband to finish it off. But I actually used some satin ribbon that I had in my stash because I didn't have any twill tape at the time. And it was fine, but I didn't like the way it laid. So I decided to do a decorative stitch. I hope you can see this along the neck just to secure the ribbon down. And I like the way that looks. I think it looks good. No one's really looking that close, but I love this dress so much. Not only is it a dress that has deep pockets, which I need, I can layer it up. And because it's denim, I can wear it with tights during the winter or without for spring, summer. I definitely love this dress. I hope to make another one. I would love to make one in a corduroy. That would be super nice. I still might do it. I mean, I have a few things left that I want to sew for winter, but I'm starting to get the itch to make spring things. So I don't know if it will happen this winter. It might happen next winter, but it was an enjoyable pattern. I do have a Seamworks subscription, so I can download as many patterns as I want. But if you don't have a subscription, I can't remember. I think you can download them for like $5 or something. And they always have special promotions. So I highly recommend this. It's definitely beginner friendly. So check it out. It's a good one. It's a very good pattern. Okay, so the next thing is, so I had mentioned before that as a beginning sewist, I would just sew the things I wanted to make. I made beginner friendly patterns, but I also made more complicated things just because I wanted to make them. One of those complicated makes that I struggled with was the Mila dungarees by Killing the Buttons. Now I got this when I was new to sewing. I'll come close so you can see. And I make so many dungarees. I have more than I can count because I love them, and I'll continue to make them because just like jean jackets and bomber jackets, I can never have too many. But this pattern stumped me and I was having trouble finding the right fit. And I made 2 versions that were not perfect, but I wear them all the time because of all the hard work that went into making them. I finally cracked it. I mean, I still have something that I want to improve on because that's how I learn, right? Is to make lots of versions, and I don't usually throw the things away that don't work out. So I wear them all the time for work, and people compliment me all the time. But as sewists, you know how it is. Like, we look at things and we're like, oh, this isn't perfect. This isn't right. The fit isn't right. But people that don't sew don't notice that. And if you pick the right fabrics, you know, they're just going to marvel at the fabric that you picked. But this was the first time that I made a pair and felt like it was perfect. Everything about it just felt right. So this is a beautiful cord fabric that I purchased from Joann's. It's so soft and luxurious. And I have this in 3 colors, this fabric, because I love it so much. Has a slight stretch, not a very good amount of stretch, but it's perfect for this project. Now for the facings on the inside, I used some cotton fabric that was in my stash, which is really pretty, and it has a black background, so it goes really nicely together. Here, let me unbuckle it so I can show you. And for the waistband, same. I use the same cotton. Really pretty insides and outsides. I'm so proud of myself. One of the things that I struggled with in my other versions that actually came together really nicely in this version is size, right? So when I look at the sizing for Tilly and the Button patterns, when it comes to jumpsuits and pants, I never can seem to nail it down. And so based off of the suggested measurements, it appears as though I should be making, because of how wide my waist is, a size 6 on the bottom and a size 4 on the top. But when I do that, the pants end up being very big on me. So for the first version, I made it out of a leopard denim. And for that version, I had to do so many alterations. I even had to flip in the button placket on the side and make it inside buttons, kind of like, hold on, let's see if I can get it like this. So they were invisible, you can see them from the outside, just to make them fit. This is not a quick project. This is one that is very much detail oriented and will require you to have time. It's very therapeutic if you like type stitching, if you like adding denim buttons, creating facings, all those things, all the additional pockets on the outside. It's a very good sew. It's a very fun sew if you're into that thing, but it is time consuming, right? I put so much work into it, didn't want to completely deconstruct it and start over, so I just made it work, right? So that particular pair is really oversized. The bib itself is enormous because it was way too big for me. So for the second version, I sized down to a size 4, I believe, and I made a size 5 waist or something like that. Still had to do lots of alterations to make it fit. I wear that version all the time. It's out of a stretch denim. I took the legs in. That particular one was stretch denim, so I actually had to take them in probably to what would equate to a size 2 in the legs. But since this is a more stable, less stretchy fabric, I just made a solid size 3. That is my size. So disregarding the suggested size chart, the size 3 is my size. It fits me perfect in every way. The one thing that I will change, because even though I love this version, the one thing I will change is the pocket placement. Now, if you look at this, the pocket placement is very high. It's not supposed to be that high. It's supposed to be more here. So low and centered, right? Mine is a little too high, which someone may think I did that intentionally, or maybe, you know, you could buy a pair that have a pocket that high, but I know it's not supposed to be there. So that is the one thing that I will change and move down. Other than that, a size 3 is my size. And if I make a stretch fabric version, a stretch denim, then I will probably make a size 3 waist with a size 2 hip leg, because I am very narrow. My waist is wide, but my hips are not. And a lot of times for people that have a size 33, 34 waist, for these patterns, they will say that your hip is like a 40, 41. And for me, my hip is like a 38 and a half, 39, depending on, you know how stuff happens, you know, the holidays, life, it fluctuate, okay? And so this fluctuates for me. But I don't have a big bum, so we're making a size 4, 5, 6 in a Tilly and the Button pattern will never work for me from the waist down, just because it's not drafted for my frame. But I love their patterns. I will continue to buy their patterns, and I have more to share with you, okay? It's just finding the right fit for yourself. So I'm really proud of this version. I love it. I will make another version, probably again in corduroy, because these are lovely. All right, so the next thing that I made is the Kilo Wrap dress by Named. And I love this dress. It is a very easy dress, but it is a fabric hog, okay? It took so much more fabric than what I thought it was gonna take. I bought 4 yards of this fabric thinking I was gonna make all the things. And really, this dress took almost the full 4 yards. What it didn't take went into this Sav sweatshirt. And as you can see, all I got was sleeves, a neckband, and a waistband, or a hem band. This dress used so much fabric, but it's so gorgeous, and it's so fun, and it's so soft. Again, secret pajamas, okay? DTY fabric right here. It's a dress that I will wear forever, because even if someone doesn't think this fabric is cool, I'm always gonna think it's cool. And it's so comfortable. It's very 90s looking. I love it. It reminds me of In Living Color. It's great. So if you've never seen the Kilo wrap dress, let me show you the line drawings. It's a very popular pattern, so you probably have seen this before. As you can see, it's very wide pieces of fabric that you tie and wrap in the front so that it looks like this. It has a nice split in the back so that you can walk around. I'll insert pictures. I love this so much, but I'm going to share with you something that I would not share with anyone else, but since you're my sewing friends, I'm going to share my mistake with you. When I made this mistake, I laughed so hard when I realized what I did, but it was too late to change it. Maybe it's never too late. I just didn't want to change it, okay? I didn't want to go through the process of changing it. So these ties here were supposed to be squared up with the corner here. And as you can see, I lined up the top of the tie with the bottom notch instead of lining the top of the tie up here and the bottom of the tie at the notch. Does that make sense? So the notch was here, and rather than putting this up here between this corner and the notch, I put it below the notch. And so obviously it's a wrap dress, you can't tell, right? But it's something that I'll change for future versions. But look how enormous it is when it's not tied and wrapped. Isn't that funny? It's a lot of fabric. It's a lot of fabric. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces plus the ties, right? So there are more pieces to this pattern, but it's still a very easy, straightforward pattern to follow. I love this dress. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I wish I had taken pictures when I went out in it, but I just took pictures of myself getting ready and shared them quickly on Instagram. But I wish I had taken actual pictures like at the restaurant where I was at. But it's a great dress. I got so many compliments. And it stands out, right? I mean, you don't see people walking around in prints like this everywhere. Maybe if you live somewhere cool, but I was in Napa. So there was no one flashy like this when we were in Napa. So anyway, I love this dress. It's definitely a win in my book. I could definitely see myself making the short sleeve version or the no sleeve version in the future in a lighter weight knit fabric so that I could wear it for spring, summer. This is definitely going to be a go-to fall, winter for me because it's a lot of fabric. It's very warm. It's a bit heavy because I use DTY fabric, but it's great. I love it. Okay, the next thing that I made. This video is going to be so long. Oh my gosh. The next thing I made is also a pattern that is now a staple in my closet. So many of my sewing friends have made this pattern, and I was finally on board with it once I had seen like the millionth cute version. This is Simplicity S8982. This is what the pattern looks like. It is fantastic. There's so many variations, so many options. You have the dress, which I made. You have a long sleeve shirt with straight sleeves. You have this long sleeve shirt that has more of a puffed sleeve. You have the long pencil skirt, the short pencil skirt. Value, friends. This is what all patterns need to have. So many views that the value is undeniable, okay? Not to mention $1.99 for all these, okay? When it's on sale, okay? I made it out of this great hacky fabric. Is that how you say it? Hacky? Sweater knit fabric that I purchased from girl Charlee like almost 2 years ago. And I love it. I just didn't know what I was going to use it for. It's just so snuggly and soft and fuzzy and thick. Now I have had other hacky fabrics in my stash before that were very thin, lightweight. You can actually see through them a bit. This one is fuzzy and cozy and warm. It's gorgeous. It's not super thin like some of my other hacky fabrics. Really, 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 really love this fabric. And like I said, I purchased it like 2 years ago. This pattern was so easy and enjoyable to make. It has a front piece, so 1, 2 back pieces, 3, a neckband, 4, 2 arms, 5 pieces, and just a little fold down hem. Such an easy sew, so enjoyable, so classic. I can make this in so many different knit fabrics. I can wear this to work, which I did, with some sneakers. I could wear this with boots or heels. So great. Hands down, this is going to be one of my favorite fall winter makes. I will wear this thing to death, and I'm so proud that I made it. And I love that it was such an easy make. And if you're a beginner to sewing, yes, buy that pattern, make all the views, because it's fantastic. Okay, in addition to the dress, I actually made this pencil skirt. I made the long version, and this is what it looks like. It's very long, which I like. It's high-waisted. It is so cute on, okay, so comfortable. And because I use DTY fabric, I did not actually use elastic in the waist. So there's no elastic. I know that the houndstooth doesn't perfectly line up, but I did the best that I could. But yeah, it's super stretchy, super comfortable if you're bloated. Girls, this is a good trick, okay? Maybe go down a size in the waistband and grade out, but don't insert the elastic if you have a super stretchy fabric that can actually hold up to it. Perfect for me, okay, because I wear my sweater or a top over top of it, so this part doesn't even get seen. Super comfortable, was able to move around and play and do all the things that I normally do. This was the last between this and this of this DTY houndstooth. I love this fabric so much. I am tempted to buy another 4 yards just so that I can have it in my stash, because I have so many visions of different things that I can make using this print. But I feel like all the pieces that I made from this are very classic and also stand out because it's a very bold houndstooth. I love this. I don't regret this purchase one bit, and I have loved everything that I made out of it. So that pattern is a win, okay? It's a win for people who've been sewing for many, many years, but it's also a win for someone who's just gotten started and has just started sewing knits. Every version is very simple. There is a version, like I said, with the puff sleeves. Now that one you'll have to do some gathers, but other than that, this is a very good, easy to sew basic pattern. So if you don't have it, pick it up. It's a good one. Okay, the next one. It's good, but it isn't great, okay? I had shared when I purchased this pattern in my pattern haul video that I wanted a dress that was similar to the Tilling the Buttons indigo dress. And when I saw this pattern, which is McCall M8085, this is what it looks like. This version right here. I thought it was going to be perfectly suited for my needs. I'm not going to blame the pattern. I'm going to blame myself because of the fabric that I chose. This is a rayon jersey fabric. I actually don't remember where I purchased it from. It's been in my stash for 2 years. This is the second thing that I've made from that fabric, and I have decided that I don't like it, the fabric itself, at all. For one, it's kind of a heavy, drapey knit fabric, but it's not as stable as my DTY fabrics. I love a heavy knit, okay? I love a good double brush poly that's gonna be cozy, okay? But this is not as stable. So you can get holes in it very easily when unpicking. That's super annoying. Because let's be honest, there's gonna be times when you have to unpick something, right? So that was a problem. Also, the neckline in both projects that I made using this fabric came out weird. I'm going to get close so you can see, but there's some pinching. It might be hard to see, I don't know. But it's like loose and pinching. I don't know. Something about this fabric once I sewed it up gave me pajama vibes. And it's not bad. It's just not what I thought. Another thing is, for this pattern, you're supposed to have the loose elastic in the waist so that it's not a pronounced elastic channel. It's like the elastic is enclosed in the seam allowance and loose on the inside of the dress. And I don't like that. I don't like that in other patterns, and so I thought I would just, you know, stitch it to the bodice of the dress, which has worked nicely in other patterns. So I assumed it would work in this one. But this fabric, I don't like this fabric. It just behaved really strange when I did it. And also, if I didn't do it, because I tried it on without it, it sagged. So it sagged from here down to here because of the weight of the fabric. Ugh, it's so frustrating. On the hanger, it's actually not that bad, but I'll insert pictures so that you can see how loose and big it looks. It just gives pajama vibes. I do like it has great pockets, but when you put things in the pocket that are heavy like a cell phone, it weighs it down. But still, I mean, it's a good pattern. It's just a bad fabric. So I was bummed about that. I didn't actually finish the wrist cuffs because I was annoyed. I needed to step away. If you could see, they're finished with the serger, but I didn't actually hem them. But yeah, this dress, I will try this again. I think I will make it out of a lightweight, maybe even a cotton jersey. Something lightweight. I'll try it again. I really love the indigo dress, so I don't know what I was thinking, trying to find something that would be better. I just wanted the waist to be longer. I don't like that when I wear my indigos, the waist is up high under the bust, and I have a big bust, so sometimes it looks like tent-like. I don't know. I'm still working on it. But I definitely use the bottom half of the Tilly and the Buttons indigo, the skirt pieces, a lot more than I use the bodice piece. I just combine it with other patterns that I love. But this dress, it was not it. All right. The next thing that I made is another Tilly and the Buttons item, and I love this item so much. Bright hot pink. Yes, okay. Give me all the hot pink. Okay, this is their new pattern. It's called the Pearl. And Pearl is this. It just dropped, I want to say last week. And quite a few of my sewing friends have been sewing it up. And as soon as it dropped, I downloaded it because, yes, I love it. Here's what I will change, though. One of the things is it's a wrap, right? And it's a good size wrap. It ties on one side, right? There's a little hidden hole here in the waistband that you slip the ties through. I wish I had created a little snap button on the opposite side, right? And this is just a little hack if you're like me, because I wanted it to stay lined up on my waist, and when I lift my arms, it kind of shifts a bit. But if you want your things to stay flush like this so that the waistband just doesn't move, just put a little hidden snap on the inside. I'm still going to do that, actually, now that I think about it. But I've already cut another version in blue because I love this cardigan so much. Very straightforward. Couple hours sew. Really pretty. Cozy. This fabric is not the best quality fabric. I've actually made a Tilly and the Buttons Billy jumper dress out of this fabric. And when you wash it, I don't know if you can see up close, but I've already worn this a couple of times because I love it. There are little balls on the fabric, and so for that reason, it's not the best sweatshirt fleece. This is actually from Girl Charlee. I love Girl Charlee. This actually is French Terry from Girl Charlee, and this is another Tilly and the Buttons Billy sweatshirt. But this particular fabric is not great. It just peeled the first time that I washed it, and this is before I even sewed with it. So my Billy jumper dress, I've worn it a million times. It has lots of little bollies on it. And, you know, it's a pain in the neck to have to sweater shave all your things every time you wear them. So there's better sweatshirt fabrics at that store. This one was not a good one. Anyway, that's the only thing I would change. It was a very easy, straightforward make. Great cardigan. Layers really nicely over lots of things. You'll be able to see that I paired it with my pencil skirt, my houndstooth pencil skirt in the pictures. The only thing I'll do differently is put a snap closure on the inside there so that it stays on my waist. I have plans to make a blue one. It's already cut. I also want to make a bright yellow one because that would just make me so happy. So that's probably going to happen in the next month or two. But I love this pattern. It's a very good pattern. Tilly and the Buttons patterns are easy to follow. They definitely hold your hand through the instructions. Oftentimes there's a sew along or a blog post to help you get through the project. So I highly recommend this one. This is a really good one. I've made actually 3 different Tilly and Button cardigan patterns before, and I love them all. So highly recommend. Okay, the next one. I made 2 versions. I love them, but there are things that I'll change if I ever make a 3rd version. The first one that I made, and I shared this in a pattern haul video, I think, is this here. Let me show you the pattern. This pattern is a Mimi G pattern. This is the Simplicity S9450. It's a 2-piece set. As I mentioned, I'm trying to make all the loungy sets. It's a wrap skirt with a sweatshirt. Now the sweatshirt is cool because it's supposed to have a hidden zipper pocket in one of the sleeves, and you can make it with or without a hood. It has this awesome little V detail here in the front, and then it's a wrap skirt in 2 different lengths. So I made the long length for both because I work with kids and I like to be safe to make sure I'm not going to accidentally flash the kids, right? So I make the long version of mostly everything. This is the sweatshirt. There was a fail, 2 fails with this sweatshirt, and that's where we're at in this rack. We're headed towards the fails, okay? Because I have them, and don't let any of my sewing friends tell you that they don't have them, because everyone has a sewing fail from time to time. This particular one, I actually made the wrist cuffs and decided I didn't want to use them just because I thought it looked pretty cool without it, just having kind of like a belled loose sleeve. I still stand by that decision. I think it's very nice. I do love this ribbed sweater knit. It's like a ribbed knit fabric, but it's heavyweight, so that's why I said sweater weight. From Joann's. I have this in another colorway, which I'll share with you in a minute. I love this fabric, love the way it feels on my body. And I do like that I used it for this, but there's something that I did wrong. And it's this little triangle here, this little V. I think this was supposed to be on the inside of the fabric, and I stitched it to the outside of the fabric. And in my mind, I was doing it correctly, but obviously I probably wasn't paying very close attention to the instructions. I thought, oh, this doesn't look like my sweatshirts in my closet that are ready to wear. I think I'm supposed to serge the edges and then stitch it down because I thought it would look nice that way. It doesn't look terrible, but it definitely looks me made, right? But what I think I was supposed to do is pin this triangle to the inside of the sweatshirt and then stitch it down from the inside. So you would have the impression of the V, but it wouldn't actually be on the outside. I don't know. I'll have to revisit the instructions on that, but because of the way I did it, it's not my favorite. It's not bad. It's just not my favorite. Love this enormous hood though. Isn't that good? So good. I love this. So nice, so cozy, very comfortable to wear. Love, love, love. Can wear it with the skirt, can wear it with jeans or even leggings. The other fail though with this one is this invisible pocket is not invisible. While I've gotten better with zippers, I still struggle with invisible zippers from time to time. I struggled here. It wasn't 100% my fault though. I have a new sewing machine that I've been playing with, and I could not find the invisible zipper foot to install this. So I removed the zipper foot altogether because I was frustrated with the regular zipper foot and tried to sew it without the zipper foot, and it was a mess. So then I went in and I hand stitched the pocket in place with the zipper, right? The pocket is functional. I'll show you. It's functional. You can still put things in there, but it's not invisible. And you know what? Someone else would think that I did that on purpose. That doesn't sew, but we know. We know. We know. So it makes me frustrated. Oh well, it's fine. So I pair this with the long skirt, which is here. Now the skirt, I love this skirt. I will make many more of this skirt because it's easy and it's comfortable. It's 3 pieces, friends. There's no waistband. It's 3 pieces, and it's got a tiny little hem. There is twill tape in the waist. I'll see if I can show you that. Twill tape in the waist. There's a little snap on the inside here, which is easier to install than I thought. This was the first time I actually installed the snap, was making these skirts. And then the twill tape over here ties at the waist. Girls, easy, 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 easy. Comfortable and cute. I will wear this with lots of things, not just the hoodie that it goes with. So good. And this fabric for this skirt, so good. I love it. So I got this fabric at Joann's, and it is a ribbed knit fabric. I don't advise you ordering this online though, because every time I try to order the same fabric in different colors, I end up with the wrong rib knit. So that's happened to me twice now. So I just got to go to the store. I wish we had one in Alameda. That would be so amazing. Oh my gosh, that would be so amazing. Although it would be very expensive because I have a feeling I would be there every weekend. So it's probably good that it's a bit of ways for me. Okay, this version, I'll admit to you, my friends, I wore it a couple of days ago, so it's dirty. Please forgive me. There is dinner on it, okay? But I'm going to show you anyway, okay? Don't judge me. But when you love something, you wear it, okay? So here's the skirt. Again, huge success. Love, love, love this skirt. First of all, this print, so good. Also from Joann's. This particular print was left over in my stash from when I made my Mother's Day dress last year, which was a Friday Pattern Company. It was a Friday Pattern Company Adrian blouse dress hack. Anyway, I had 2 yards left over. So I made this skirt, and I didn't have twill tape. I didn't like how that twill tape behaved. I thought it should be a bit wider, but it was what I had in my stash. So instead I used this bias binding because it was a bit wider on the inside, and it actually was a good decision because it's cotton and it's real stable, so it keeps the waistline tight and intact the way it's supposed to be. I did use the twill tape for the ties on the side, and again I used the snaps here, which are great. And you put it on, you tie it up, snap it up, it stays in place, it's nice and warm. I can wear it with so many things. I could wear it with a blouse, or I can wear it with the sweatshirt. Now here's how I did this one different because of the fails with this one, okay? For one, I did add the wrist cuff. So the sleeve is gathered. It's a very big, puffy sleeve, gathered at the wrist using what was left over from that fabric. So that was great. And then I also added it here. You can see my dinner stain. Sorry, guys. And then this hood here. I didn't mention this, but this fabric is double brush poly, my fave. The one thing I wish I had done differently is I wish I would have lined the hood, because the backs of double brush poly is always white. So when I wear it, I'm going to show you what it looks like from the back. You can see the white, and that bothers me. From the front, you can't tell. It's not a big deal. But from the back, ugh. So there was that. The one thing I didn't do is, because of my fail with my invisible zipper and the fact that I'll never use a pocket on my sleeve, I omitted the sleeve little zip pocket. Also, I omitted the triangle. So it's just a sweatshirt. Lightweight. This is just a cotton jersey that was in my stash. So it's t-shirt fabric. Cotton jersey, double brush poly combo. This pattern, it's a win, okay? It's a win. And will I do things differently on my 3rd try or my 4th or my 5th? Probably every time I'll change up my makes a little bit as I continue to make them and get better as a sewist. But this set is really great. Really, really great. Okay. Let's get into the super fails. The fails that are embarrassing. but I'm gonna wear them anyway because they're for in the house, okay? And they're still cozy. This is fail number 1. It's beautiful, right? Look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? First of all, look at this rib knit. Get into it. It's a beautiful blush pink. Look at these wide legs. Look at this. It's pretty, okay? The stitching is good, okay? Gorge. Or at least so I thought. You ever make something and know it's gonna be good, and as you're sewing it, you're like, oh, girl, yes. You're like pumping yourself up about it. And then when you put it on, you're like, wait, what? What? Why does this look like this? This make right here. McCall M8245. And this is the set. I literally wanted the exact set, right? Fail number 1. Purchased the fabric, did not buy enough, okay? Did not buy enough of this fabric. Only had enough for the jumpsuit. So that was fail number 1. Fail number 2. I did not put the pattern pieces up against my body to see where things would lie. It was enormous. Okay, it was so big. First of all, I'm going to show you one way it was too big. I don't know who this was drafted for. It was not drafted for someone 5'4" and below. This is the hem, and the reason why it's so thick and big is because it was a tester. I wasn't sure if I was going to commit to that. But this is how much length I had to take it up by in order for it to not be wrapped underneath my feet. That's how long it was. I'm 5'4". Okay, that was the first thing, right? This fabric, while soft and gorgeous and luxurious, is so slinky. Look at this. It's so slinky. Okay, so every dimple, bump, belly bulge, belly button situation, dinner, period, whatever situation you got going on, shows all up in here. You can't hide anything. Can't hide the dinner, okay? Defeats the purpose of this. If you live alone, wear it. If you don't care, wear it. I can't wear it. No. Can't wear it. Can't wear it. It's not flattering. I thought it was going to be cute and chic, walking around in my house, right? Looking all expensive. No, it looks terrible. It's so pretty on the hanger though. Okay, fail number 3 with this guy. Do you see where this crotch is? Look at where this crotch, the crotch, look at this. The crotch is almost at my knee. Do you see this? That's my knee. This is the crotch. You see this? Girls, who was this drafted for? Who? I'm not in the WNBA. I am 5'4". This was not drafted for me. So, while I love the idea of it, I'm sad to say that this did not work out. If I wanted to give it another go, which I probably won't, I would definitely raise the crotch, right? I would use a fabric that's not so slinky. Probably a thicker fabric, maybe something that had more hold to it. I have no pictures with this on because I'm not about to put myself on the internet like that, okay? It's not happening. No, it's not. But it's beautiful, right? Isn't it so pretty? But who is this for? Who is this for? If I wear this, my husband will be out of town. I will have a sweatshirt over. Actually, yeah, I might put a sweatshirt over this. Okay, so this one was all the way a fail for me. And as I mentioned before, I didn't have enough for the duster and this fabric, but I did have another fabric in my stash that I had no plans for. The same fabric as this, but only in this delicious, gorgeous berry. Oh my God, look at this. Isn't this pretty? Look at this. Look at it. This fabric is gorgeous. Okay. This was my most disappointing fail. I know this was disappointing, right? I'll never wear this. But this one is disappointing because I have been wearing it and I will continue to wear it, but I'm not happy about it. See, when you have a fail that you don't plan on looking at often or ever, it's easier to just get over it. But when it's something that you just feel in your soul you have to keep wearing even though you're not happy with it, every time you put it on you grimace. But this fabric feels too good on my skin to not wear it, okay? I have to wear it. So I'll wear it, okay? Even though I'm not happy with it. Let me tell you what happened. Everything was going so smoothly. This pattern is easy. Guys, this pattern is so easy. Both pieces are easy, right? Again, I'm sewing it just like with this one. Like, oh, this is about to be so cute. I was pumped. I could feel how cute it was gonna be. Until I got to the bands here. These guys. My fabric played me so hard, okay? So let me tell you how it played me. When you interface, even though I used knit interfacing, I fused it. And when I sewed it together, do you see this wrinklage that's happening? Look at the wrinkle. Look at that. It's not smooth. It's not flat. Look at this. Look, you see this? It's not good. It's not good. That was the first problem. But because everything else about this is gorgeous, I was like, we have to make this work. What do I have in my stash that I can make this work? Because what I was thinking, the reason why I couldn't just let it be is the stitching looked terrible all around the edge of this guy. My machine did not like sewing this. It was, just talking about it gets me flustered, okay? So I thought, okay, I am not going to unpick all of this because this fabric is not fun to unpick. I'm going to show you up close how quickly the fabric just gets in there. It gets in there. It's so hard to unpick. And it's the perfect match. The thread I picked was the perfect match, so it's hard to see. And I don't have my glasses on right now because of my ring light, but let me show you. This is me, okay? All day sewing, okay? All day sewing, okay? And I still couldn't see, and I'm trying to pick, and I'm picking, and I'm like, you know what? I cannot do this. I can't do this. I'm gonna cover my ugly stitches with whatever ribbon I have in my stash. Why didn't I pick black? Why did I pick this purple pink color out of all the shades of ribbon I have? I chose this one. Does that look good together? No, not what I wanted. I just made it worse by adding this. Not to mention, it wouldn't lay flat. So I thought, oh, I'll just do my trick of using my decorative stitch to fill the space and lay it flat. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like a mess, you guys. It looks like a mess, but it's cozy. The fabric was expensive. I mean, I got it on sale because I never pay full price for anything, but I wear it every night, and every night I'm like putting it on, but that's okay. I made it. Okay, I'm gonna wear it. It's cozy. I'm gonna wear it. All right, so I thought it would be fun with the remainder of the fabric to make a matching pair of leggings. Last fail, major, actually it's not the last fail, but it's the last fail that I'm gonna share with you. Major fail, okay? I'm gonna show you what pattern it is. Where did I put it? Why, oh why, oh why. This is McCall M8244. This is the leggings that I made. It was gonna be phenomenal. It was gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be so cozy. Let me show you the problem. Here's the pants. The fabric, fantastic. Again, I have slept in these every day for a week, okay, because the fabric feels so good, even though I don't like the way they fit. This is what they look like. From far away, they probably look fine, right? But when you get up close, do you see the ripple here? Ripple ripple, ripple. Okay, it does not lay flat at all. Okay, at all. I top stitched it because it used to be worse than what it is now. And based off of my measurements, I made a size 16 and I should have made a size 12 based off of how this fabric behaved. And it's not the most stretchy fabric. If I had made it out of the same fabric that was suggested on the back of this guy, which is 4-way knit stretch, athletic fabric, it would have been way too big, right? Because it is a mess. So anyways, these are way too big. I'll insert pictures so you can see how poorly they look on me. I have this weird crotch situation happening in these. But they're cozy as all get out, and I've been sleeping in them like crazy because they feel so good on my skin. But if I don't wear a shirt that falls over this part here, again, just like with this, I'm like about to wear these crazy looking jammies. But because the fabric is so fabulous, I will wear these forever and ever until they fall apart, if they ever fall apart. So those are the last of the fails that I'm actually going to show you. I had one fail that made me so mad, you guys, that I lost it. No, literally, I lost it. I can't find it anywhere in the house. I have no idea where it is. Okay, let me show you what that is. That one is, where did I go? Oh, the Fibre Mood. What is this? Paulette. So this is the Fibre Mood Paulette, right? This is it. Okay, when I made this, it was such an enjoyable process. I enjoyed all the steps. Until it came together and I realized that my front pieces, these two pieces here, were way too small for the rest of the blouse. Like, how did I trace off a size so tiny? All the other pieces fit together so beautifully and were perfect and right, but somehow I traced off the wrong size for the front of the blouse. Like, how did I do that? How did that even happen? I'll tell you how it happened. Tracing patterns from the Fibre Mood magazines is a nightmare. You can disagree with me if you want to. It's the way my brain works. Like, I can't have two different patterns layered on top of each other with a bunch of different sizes, and then the line dashes of the different sizes aren't super, super different from each other. I totally traced off the wrong pieces, and that blouse looks like Frankenstein, and I can't fix it. So, and I think the thing that made me the most mad about it is that I used my grandmother's vintage fabric for that. And while she did give it to me for practicing, it was special to me, and I ruined it. So I lost it. I literally lost. I have no idea where this blouse is. One day I'm going to stumble on it and be like, oh, that's where you went. And I hate wasting fabric, but this guy, will I try it again? I don't know. I don't know, friends. And I already have another top that's cut out of this magazine. The fabric has been cut, but I'm terrified that I made the same mistake and traced two different sizes, and I will have another Frankenstein project. I have sewing friends that have successfully made both of the tops that I'm speaking of in this Fibre Mood magazine, and it gives me hope that possibly I did the second one better, but I know myself and there's a good chance that I did the same thing with the other blouse. I'm not going to waste the fabric. I am going to put it together and see, but it might take some time for me to get over my frustration before I finish that top. All right, friends, that's it. That's everything that I made for fall and the beginning of winter. I really hope you enjoyed seeing the things that I made and hearing about the different patterns. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please do hit subscribe. Please do give me a thumbs up. It definitely encourages me to keep going. And if you are a Black-owned business, Please do list your business in the comment sections below so that we can all support you. I definitely appreciate you so much for your support, and I just hope that we all have a wonderful 2022. I hope that you stay tuned to my channel. I will be uploading soon my sewing plans for the rest of the winter, as well as a fabric haul. All right, have a wonderful day and a wonderful year. Bye.